Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're revisiting a case from Judge Perkins' courtroom involving an individual previously featured here. You may remember the earlier video where Judge Perkins asked the individual to provide a single example of a case where someone using similar legal arguments had prevailed in court. Well, he has returned, and this time he claims to have that one case. Let's take a closer look.
Right there.
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Are you Clyde Lynch?
Yes.
Did you send me an email?
Yeah. It was about the Dearborn situation, but you know, it was just something to show. But
This is the sovereign citizen situation. Let me see. Let me see you when you hold on. Turn your camera on.
it is on.
The sovereign citizen situation, right?
I don't know what that word means.
Well,
yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying I'm operating under what the Constitution, Supreme Court ruling is talking.
So, while you may reject the label sovereign citizen, the arguments you're presenting align closely with that ideology. Many individuals in this movement often use alternative labels like American State National, Freeman on the Land, or Moorish American. However, changing the terminology doesn't change the nature of the legal arguments, which courts have consistently rejected.
what is that? What's Supreme Court ruling?
Well, Your Honor, let's just proceed with the case. I know that's what we're doing now. I don't even want to. Let's proceed because I'm supposed to receive videos of the of the traffic stops.
All right, you have
only seen one video.
And when let's see Lynch's file. No, those sovereign citizens gonna make me famous.
Well, Your Honor, when the officer pulled me over and he said that, I didn't say those words. I just told him I'm operating under the Constitution, you know, and that's all else I said to him. And he just basically lied, said I was disgruntled, asked for backup and all that. And the video would show I wasn't even whatever, I can't think of the word he said, but he was saying I need backup. I have a irate or whatever word he said, and that was not even true.
All right. Well, what I'm going to say is if some video exists, the last time you were here, I know it was set for trial because Corporal Bennett appeared and Officer Dunn appeared. I don't see anything here that says anything about requesting video.
I sent it to the law department, and I believe I sent it to you that day because you gave me the email address, and I sent the email.
Let me check my email.
Because I sent it to the wrong.
I believe I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I sent it to the wrong email address, and I had to send it. I had to write it correctly.
Was this sent to me by mistake? I got Dearborn 19 District Court stuff?
Yeah, I just sent that like a couple of days ago because when I went to go get all my files, the affidavit, one page was missing out the affidavit, which was the body of the affidavit. And I haven't heard anything about it until I went up there to check on my paperwork, and then they gave me a bill. So I just walked out the courtroom. I've been trying to find some federal assistance on that because all my documents gone, CDs, DVDs, all that, all my paperwork. Only what they gave me, and I'm like, it's supposed to be another page to this. They say that's all they had. So I got all the recordings of the whole transaction and everything.
Well, Mr. Lynch, I can appreciate you, and I will definitely listen to any kind of argument that you have and I'm going to make a ruling on it. But at the end of the day, this Constitution and stuff argument, I haven't seen it work. I'll just let you know. And the stuff that you gave me last time, we had a long conversation about that, and it's just not. I want to make sure all of the stuff is in this file now too. It's just what you're saying is just not the state of the law. I don't know any other way to say it.
By all recognized standards of legal authority in the United States, the arguments commonly associated with the sovereign citizen movement are considered legally unfounded and have been consistently dismissed by the courts.
But if you have some new stuff, I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say.
Well, basically, what I'm going to say, we just going to continue with the case, and whatever comes about. If the paperwork I given wasn't irrelevant, that's it then. So what is the next step?
So either the next step is take a plea, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I'll give you the offer, or take it to trial, and those are the next steps.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to trial.
I'm going to set it for a jury trial too, so you can bring this in front of a jury of your peers and see, what they say. And I guess you don't want a lawyer, right?
The other cases that I had got dismissed for same situation. So
say what?
The other cases I had for this was dismissed, and you told me to give you one name of one person, and I could have said it then and there. It was myself. I had court cases for the same thing, and it was dismissed on whatever circumstances happened.
When Judge Perkins or anyone else asks you to provide a case where someone using sovereign citizen arguments has actually won, that doesn't mean a case where procedural confusion led to a delay or a technical outcome. It means a case where a court reviewed those arguments, found them legally valid, and ruled in favor of the individual because of them. And to be clear, such a case doesn't exist.
For the same driver,
let's do this. Let's call it and put it all on the record. I have my court reporter back. Let's call it and put it on the record, all right? This is the city of Detroit versus Clyde Darnell Lynch. Case numbers.
How you doing?
SP 1537940, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1554736, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1558135, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1590696, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Lynch, state your name for the record, please.
Clyde Lynch.
All right. So, Mr. Lynch, let me ask you this, and this is just to understand, try to really get a grasp of your position. I understand you're why don't you, if you're not a sovereign citizen, usually sovereign citizens tell me, I don't want a lawyer. If you're not claiming the sovereign citizenship, why don't you get a lawyer to help you out with this?
I can't never find no attorney. The last attorney I got, they was telling me you should have just took a deal, you should have paid the ticket, and you really can't find nobody who's going to take your case. So basically, I'm in limbo, and basically all I have to say, not guilty with impunity.
Let's say this. I guess if you're not willing to,
so I'm not a national, so I can't say that. All I'm saying, I'm just a citizen, and all I'm going to say, not guilty with impunity.
Well, how are you immune to this? Because I mean, let's just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me how you're going to proceed with your case. You're fully in the right to proceed however you want to proceed. I'm going to just give you a jury trial, and you'll have to present what you need to present in front of a jury. Will you allow me to assign a lawyer to you just for the purposes of, helping you out with the courtroom procedure and stuff?
You can do that.
Hiring a lawyer is generally a far more effective strategy than submitting unrelated Supreme Court cases in an attempt to challenge a driver's license issue. That said, in this instance, the defendant has chosen to represent himself, with the attorney serving only as standby counsel for procedural guidance. During private discussions, he went back and forth before ultimately claiming that his appointed counsel had a conflict of interest, leading the court to reconvene in order to appoint a different attorney.
He just sent a request for a different attorney. It was his request, and I understood his request, so we're just hoping for a different attorney. But I think if I'm understanding our conversation, he does not want a jury trial. Mr. Lynch, was that correct?
No, I'm going to give him a jury trial because, listen, he's already filed. Where's Mr. Lynch?
Right here.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Clyde Darnell Lynch. Mr. Lynch, turn your camera on.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I'll give you a prompt.
Okay, hold on. Here you go.
So he's already filed a lot of things with it, and we've had a long discussion about what he's filed and the legalities of it. I don't find anything that he's filed that has any merit. So that's why I'm giving you a jury trial, because if you bring the same stuff in a trial, if it's the same as what you're giving me and the stuff that you're professing, based on what I see, you're gonna lose.
So
by me.
If the judge is saying the information is not valid and the people don't know nothing, so why won't I put my hands in the hands of the people?
Since the judge has already indicated that your legal arguments are unlikely to succeed, and given his understanding of the law, your best, and perhaps only chance of prevailing with your current position would be to request a jury trial.
What I'm telling you is I'm trying to give you a fighting chance with these arguments that you're making. What I'm telling you is you're not going to have a fighting chance with me. You're going to lose unless you come with something substantially different than what you have. At least with the people, you said it yourself. They don't know the law, or they might not even know the law. So you may be able to get them to side with you just because they love Mr. Lynch and they want it. I don't know. But other than that,
if they want no jury, I really don't know people jury. I'm not even gonna do that. So if I found guilty, so I'm gonna have to sue every person that was a juror.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do. I don't know, Mr. Lynch. You're the one that's making these arguments up, and you're the one that has researched and done what you've done. You provided that stuff to me, so you're expected to know the law. You're expected to know the law. So whether you can sue jurors and whether you can sue whoever, that's going to be on you to know, and then or if you don't know, that's going to be on you to find out.
To save you the time, I looked it up, and no, he can't sue jurors. Jurors, like judges, prosecutors, and others involved in the judicial process, are protected by legal immunities that shield them from such lawsuits.
I have to get back with the law department about the videos and the dash cam of the police officers.
That I can Mr. Bowman, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Honor Bowman, for the people, P33764.
All right. Now, Mr. Lynch, now I can potentially help you if the stuff exists. Mr. Lynch is asking for body cam and whatever discovery that body cam, audio, video, whatever discovery that the people have in relates to his matters.
Your Honor, I understand that. And discovery would be provided if he files a valid request pursuant to the court rule for discovery.
So you saying I haven't done that previously? I don't see
Hold
on, Mr. Lynch. Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the court rule just says upon request. He's made his request today. I don't think that there's anything in the court rule that requires anything other than him making a request. Mr. Lynch has made his request for discovery, and I believe it's supposed to be provided to him.
Court rule provides for a written request, and that has not happened.
All right, let's discovery rule 6. We're going to know this discovery rule, and you got
it forward and backwards.
Yeah, you need to get this book. You need to get this book, Mr. Lynch.
It seems like that legal book might have gone over his head, but that wraps up today's video. Everything after this point was mostly legal back and forth between the attorneys, ending with the court setting a date about a month from now. If you'd like to watch the full hearing, check out the link to Colin's channel in the description. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button or the dislike if not. But don't forget to comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss future updates.